Trump's secret money man.
Will climate trigger voters?
And White House lockdown.
All that and more coming up on PNN.
Welcome to Progress News Network, the daily broadcast dedicated to real news for fair-minded Americans.
It's Monday, October 15th, and first up, underreported.
So here's a scary thought. With the economy shaky, warning lights are blinking red. But what if bankrupting the American economy is part of the plan? Robert Mercer is a hedge fund billionaire and the money behind Breitbart.com and Cambridge Analytica, the UK-based marketer accused of illegally influencing the 2016 presidential election. Mercer is notoriously shy. However, Canada's CBC published a 5,000-word report that unveils Mercer's political objectives.
Mercer's goal is to remake America and to take apart services that provide a social safety net. He wants to use his vast wealth to, quote, shrink government to the size of a pinhead, unquote. Mercer's daughter, Rebecca, was on Trump's transition team, so if the federal government collapses under the Trump administration, perhaps now we know it was not an accident.
Next up, News Dissector. A recent United Nations report issues a dire warning about climate change during the same week a record hurricane hit the Florida Panhandle. It's a perfect storm of climate change concern that has environmental activists ringing the alarm in advance of the coming midterms. Now, experts are urgently telling voters the time is now to elect politicians who support a more environmentally sound agenda.
The head of the Environmental Voter Project, Nathaniel Stinnett, is saying, quote, the environmental movement doesn't have a persuasion problem. It has a turnout problem, unquote. His goal is to flood the zone with environmentalists in the coming midterms and is warning that the time for action is now. Waiting much longer to stem the dangerous trend of climate change will have irreversible effects.
And finally, in news from the White House, President Trump often complains about so-called paid protesters, most recently the sexual assault survivors who confronted senators during the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation. But now his administration is trying to turn that concept on its head by requiring citizens to pay to be able to protest outside the White House.
What critics are calling an affront to the First Amendment, Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke in August has proposed closing 80% of the sidewalks surrounding the White House, and has suggested that it could charge event management costs for demonstrations. That's right, getting people to pay to protest outside the White House. What will they think of next?
Just keeping them honest. Thanks for watching PNN.
We always appreciate hearing from you, so please comment, share, and like us on Facebook. We'll see you tomorrow.